Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Pitch Perfect Live. I'm your host and coach, Nicci Willis, and I see y'all already joining. I love it. I love it. Listen, I do have the comments on, so make sure you are commenting. This is definitely a live show, and I have to give a shout out to our audience. You guys are always amazing. You are always giving some great tips and cheering on our guests, which I absolutely love, and our guests definitely appreciate. But listen, if this is your first time joining us on Pitch Perfect Live, every Tuesday, I show up at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I help a brand new business leader with their business pitch. Now, if you are someone who ums and uhs your way through a pitch, or maybe you get through a pitch and then somebody looks at you and says, now, what is it that you do again? Then yes, you are in the right place. And this is the show for you. Now, in 30 minutes, we go through an entire pitch. Someone pitches to me and we fix it. And it's a lot of fun. So you are definitely in the right place. Listen, if you want to be on the show, I'd love to have you. All you have to do is go to NicciWillis.com. Click on Pitch Perfect Live and apply. It's every Tuesday, 6 p.m. And we have an incredible time. Shout out to one of my previous guests, Jamar Root. You are amazing. His episode was really, really cool. I just learned today that he pitched to another bookstore. He's an author. He pitched to another bookstore and got it. And so congratulations. Shout out to you, Jamar Root. His book is called Root of Jamar. So make sure you check that out and check out his episode. While you're doing that, go ahead and binge all the rest of them. We've been here since November 2025, so a little over 6 months. We are having a good time. And guys, we are fixing pitches and changing lives. Speaking of changing lives, you're getting ready to change another person's life. That's right. We've got Unique that is getting ready to join us. She is the owner of Puzzled Society. So let's all welcome Unique. Hey, Unique.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm well. I'm well. It's, I always, Tuesdays come a lot faster these days. All right. And it's a good thing, but it definitely keeps me on my toes. But the biggest thing is, are you ready? Are you ready to pitch?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Wait, you kind of went, I'm ready. Are you ready, Unique?
I'm ready.
Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna ask you. So just to kind of give you guys a little bit of context, just a little bit. Puzzled Society is a modeling agency. Am I right? Mm-hmm. It's also modeling. Okay. You've got some creativity going on there. I don't want to spoil it, but guys, we are diving deep into modeling today. I love how I've been all over the board with this. We've done medical stuff. We've done authors, arts and crafts, technology, and now we're getting into modeling. So this should be interesting. I'm excited. Okay, I'm excited. So I'm going to. Somebody said, "Woo, go Unique!" Oh, I love our audience. I love those who come to show up for their favorite business leaders. But now we come to the good part. All right, it is officially open mic time. This is where I get quiet and I am going to let you pitch. Now, Unique, who are you pitching to? Let me know so that I can be dialed in correctly.
Who are you pitching? I'm more so pitching to independent models who are looking to get into the industry, new models, any kind of media photographers, videographers, as well as brands. So brands who are looking for models, brand campaigns, photo shoots, promos, stuff like that.
Okay. All right. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to take copious notes. Everybody knows that I take copious notes during this time. I'm going to be quiet and I am ready for your pitch.
Okay. My name is Unique Cameno. I'm founder and owner of Puzzled Society. I primarily run a platform for model guidance and coaching, as well as media placement. I also provide creative direction and event production. Since those things go hand in hand and tie together, it's more so like putting a puzzle together, which played a part in naming the business. My goal is to help models, brands, and media land paid jobs and also reputable jobs without being under the limitations and stipulations of heavyweight contracts. I also want to make sure that brands are represented in a professional way and that their visions are coming to life and executed the way they want them to be. I think that it's important to be able to manage and represent yourself independently before even considering signing somebody's contract. So I more so guide you in that aspect and make sure you understand the ins and outs of the industry, what you're looking for in contracts, jobs, stuff like that. And with that being said, like I would love to lock in a one-on-one runway session, coaching session, book a brand campaign, or even help you start executing your event.
All right. Okay, good stuff. All right. Let's get into the pitch report. Now, the first thing I heard, Unique, was I asked specifically, I said, who are you pitching to? And so you said individual models, new models, brands, photographers. You said a couple of other things in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very confusing.
Mm.
Yeah. it turned into a big word salad of all these things that you do. And I'm sure they're amazing and great. But what it felt like was I was getting hit with a whole bunch of things that you did and couldn't quite determine anything that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I was a bit confused. So in terms of who we call your hero, right? We here, instead of calling your ideal client, right? Who is your hero? Who specifically? And since we only have 30 minutes, I want to speak to one specific client because I understand that you serve a lot of people in different capacities. But where do you make most of your money? Or who do you serve the most?
Definitely models.
Okay. I heard you talk about those individual models, particularly new models.
Mm-hmm.
And you talked about helping them or kind of guiding them. I did hear you say a lot about guiding them, helping them represent themselves, independently so that they understand what they're signing, what the industry is like, all the things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So that was good. So let's take out what you do in terms of event planning. Let's take out, what you do in terms of the creative side for photographers. I will say that you definitely need a pitch for each of those.
Okay.
Not all in one, because no one's going to be able to identify themselves when you're saying, well, I can do this for models and I can do this for photographers and I can do this with event planning. It gets so convoluted. Nobody knows how you can help them.
Okay.
So let's just focus on this individual model, this new model, I'm assuming. Do you work primarily with new models?
Yes. I wouldn't say primarily with new models because I have a range of models, experience, published, unpublished, new, have been working. So I wouldn't say primarily new.
Okay.
A lot of primarily independent models. That's the way I'll word it.
Okay. Independent
Unsigned
models.
Yes.
Independent models, unsigned models. I love it. This is good because I'm assuming that a new model would have different pain points and different conflicts versus someone who is a little bit more seasoned, but they're unsigned.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the problems that an independent model has. Like you said, you talked about kind of handling or navigating the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that look like for that independent model?
So independent models, I think First off, their biggest hassle or struggle would be representing themselves, because of course when you're assigned a model and you're under an agency, you have that representation. They do all of the work. They pitch your comp card. They let them know what you have done, your model history, what you specialize in. Being an independent model, that is your job, to find the jobs, find the photo shoots, runway shows, not only submit your comp card, go to the casting call, hope that you get a call back from the casting call, and then just making sure that they know in full detail what you're capable of and what you can do. So when you're under an agency, those things are more easy. Being an independent model, I've been an independent model for 14, 15 years. It gets easier as you know what you're doing. The more jobs you sign, the more runway shows you walk. You know how to speak, you know how to enter a room, you know what needs to be changed on your comp card. So just not having that guidance from the agency, because the agencies will also, they do all of those things for you. They let you know what about your comp card needs to be changed and where you need to be looking. They find the jobs. You, as a assigned model, you're not even looking for your own jobs. As an independent model, you're literally searching every single day.
Okay. So the difference between, what is the difference between you and the agency? Like an agency, I should say.
There's a few main differences between me and an agency. One of the biggest differences is an agency typically, normally, and should have a contract between themselves and the model. I do not put my models or anybody that I'm coaching or guiding on contracts for a few reasons. And just as when you're under one contract, it's harder to get multiple jobs because there's stipulations. So I don't put anybody on contract, at least heavyweight contracts. I also do not place my models that I'm coaching. So I am not looking every minute, every single second of the day for jobs to place these models in. I have a lot of connects. I do a lot of networking. I know of a lot of things. So if I
you're giving them the tools.
Yes, I'm giving them the tools to do it themselves. As an agency would not, because that would take away from what they're making money to do.
So you're teaching them how to fish versus giving them a fish.
Exactly. And then the third main difference between me and an agency is usually when you're a signed model, you can only be signed to one agency at a time. And that is starting to change. I've noticed it's starting to change. We're starting to advance. Because that was one of my main reasons for not wanting to be signed in the first place. I don't want to be locked down to one agency. So I'm open, just because you're working with me, being coached by me, guided by me, that doesn't lock you down to not go work for an agency or even be signed under an agency. I worked with signed models too, but very rare do I and that's due to contracts as well. Signed models have to at one point stop coming to me because it's part of their contract not to be able to. So there's a lot of stipulations.
So these are the things that as an independent model, we need to hear. That independent model is she's out there. She's probably overwhelmed and inundated with all kinds of, well, I could go the agency route, or I could be independent, but who do I go to? Who do I call? Where do I start? Am I being taken advantage of? And you have all this knowledge, but we have to, that independent model needs to see it. They need to see the pain point that they have first, or in this case, the conflict that they have. The conflict right now is, I am overwhelmed. I want to be a model, but I'm overwhelmed and I don't know where to start. And I've been told that agencies are good, but I've also been told agencies are bad. I know that I want to be a model, but what does it take to be an independent model? Right? So you know all of this stuff. We just got to pull it out. So, before we do that, let's see. I've got the solution here. I've got the turning point. Because you're saying, listen, I come in, there's no hard contract. I don't do placements, which means I don't necessarily do the work for you, but I teach you how to find the work and stay working, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. And most agencies are going to lock you down. What I do is give you freedom.
Yes.
To be the model that you really desire to be. How's that sound?
I like it.
Okay. All right. Make sure y'all taking notes. Here we go. Let's see. So the transformation when a model works with you, after she has worked with you, how does she feel? Or what is happening in her life after she's working with you?
I literally love talking about this because I get girls, I get men and women. I work with both.
Okay.
I get men and women who have never modeled a day in their life, have never walked a day in their life. I have a number of models who had, when they came to me, had never put heels on, like actual heels. And so I love talking about it because there hasn't been one person that I've worked with that I didn't see a major transformation. And everyone transforms in their own timing.
Sure.
But
just give me one example.
There's been multiple models that I work with that had never modeled before and then walked in New York Fashion Week. I have a model as a minor who has walked in Europe for a runway show, high fashion, published work. Just seeing somebody come and never doing modeling before, and then I'm getting a call or they're asking me to go with them, or they're going into a casting call in New York or in Europe, in Italy, and they need hints and pointers. I love hearing stuff like that.
Yes. Okay. Ooh, all right. I'm ready to put this pitch together. Are y'all ready to put this pitch together? This is all right. Here we go. Let's see. I want to make sure we're getting let's see. Oh, we're getting claps. I love that. Hey, Celeste. Is that Celeste? Hi.
Yes. Hi,
Is that a friend of yours? All right. Y'all put this in the comments. We're ready to put the pitch together. Let's put it together. Let's see. Okay. So you are essentially, you're talking to these individual models. How do you approach an individual model? Like if you were to see somebody like with some really good potential, how truly, authentically would you approach them?
It's really important to make them comfortable. So I don't ever approach them on this. Most agents approach them on this. Oh my gosh, have you ever thought about jumping straight to the point?
Yes.
I feel like that's so uncomfortable, especially as a model. I approach them how I want to be approached.
Okay.
And that is uncomfortable to me to just right away punch that on them.
Okay.
But I do end up asking the question at some point, like, have you ever thought about modeling? Have you ever modeled before? And that is the one question I do ask. Have you ever modeled before?
Okay.
Because I think that is a way different question than, have you ever thought about modeling? You should be a model. I think in my head, it's way different to ask if they've modeled before. And then I usually ask them why or why not, depending on what answer they give me. And then we go from there. To me, it's important to be relatable and make sure that they're comfortable, because modeling in itself, even hearing the word, I feel like it drives up a blood pressure or an anxiety. So I want people to
automatically feel like they're on the spot, right?
Yeah. And it's also important. I feel like everybody has a model in that. I feel like everybody is literally potentially a model if you dig in, do the work. Everybody has their own beauty, their own trademark. You're walking in it. It just depends on if you're going to make that your focus point.
Okay. So let's see. So you do end up saying, have you ever modeled? Have you ever modeled before? Okay. But I like what you just said about how the icky part, you don't like when agencies come up to you and say, hey, have you modeled before? Have you ever thought about approaching it that way? listen, I've been a model for, you said over 14 years, or in
Mm-hmm.
the industry for over 14 years. Listen, I've been a model for over 14 years, and I can't stand when agencies come and say, have you ever been
Mm. No, actually, I haven't.
it, well, what that does is number one, you're automatically showcasing your authority. Okay, listen, I've
Okay.
been in the industry 14 years. I can't stand when agencies come at me and say, have you ever been a model before? Have you ever considered modeling? I can't stand it,
Mm-hmm.
because ultimately what they're looking for is some type of quick contract.
Yeah.
I'm actually the opposite. So you could definitely start that way. But how does that feel to you, though? I want to make sure
I
this.
like that. Well,
Okay.
I've never thought about it, for one. As you
Okay.
asked, I had never thought about it that way or approached
Okay.
it that way. And then I
Mhm.
also like that I'm actually the opposite, because that's literally what I am. I'm literally trying to fight certain barriers and boundaries. So I
Mhm.
like that a lot.
Okay. And so if they say, do most people say, no, I've never thought about modeling?
I get so many different answers, but
Okay.
yes, I get yes, I've tried before, I didn't
Mm.
like it.
Mm.
That's actually the answer I get the most. Yes, I've
Okay.
tried before, but I didn't like it. And that's the answer I get most times.
Okay. Let's work from there then. Just so you know, okay, so I'm breaking the fourth wall. I'm talking to my audience. So when you are building out your scripts, you want to build out your scripts for every answer that you could get. So as you can see, Unique says, well, sometimes I get all kinds of answers. Some people say, no, I've never considered modeling. Some people said, yeah, I've tried it, but I hated it. So you want to make sure that you're prepared to answer either way. The thing that you want to make sure that you're doing is being curious, because you
Mm.
actually don't want to talk too much in this moment. What you want to do is see where they are and then do that active listening here.
Okay.
That active listening. Okay. So, okay, back to you, Unique. Okay, here we go. So you could say, so what did we talk about? We talked about, you know what? I've been in this industry 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when modeling industries or when modeling agencies to ask me, you know, have you ever thought about modeling, or have you ever been a model? I hate that. Have you ever, but seriously, have you ever been a model? Like, you can actually be like, I hate that so much, but seriously, have you ever been a model?
Okay.
Because they'll be like, I mean, yeah, I hate that, but I mean, yeah, but I didn't like it. Right. So
Mhm.
you could do it that way as well. But what feels most authentic to you? Let's find out.
I mean, saying that I hate something and then doing the thing that I said I hate does not feel authentic to me.
Okay, good.
But
So let's go to the first one.
yeah.
I'm the opposite of that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So let's try it. Let's try a little role play here.
Okay.
So what we want to do in this moment is strike up that conversation that you want to have with this me, the perspective model.
Okay.
To be a model today. Okay. So this perspective model, you want to strike up the conversation. You talked in detail about the struggle to represent themselves, to find work, um, to respond to casting calls, to let's see, list their capabilities. You said something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um, so you can also, I do want you to add that in there somewhere. I got to figure out where it's going to go though.
Okay.
But let's start with let's just start with opening it up, and we'll see where we go from there. You're going to ask me questions, you're going to get curious,
Okay.
but I, as that individual independent model, I need to feel seen.
Okay.
I need to feel seen. Okay, here we go.
So I've been modeling for 14 years, and I literally hate when agents or agencies come up to me and ask me if I've ever modeled before, if I'd be interested in modeling. But I have to ask you if you've ever modeled.
No, I thought you weren't going to do that one.
I
Okay.
don't know.
I thought you were going to do that
It
one.
was good. It ran through my mind, so I had to try it.
Oh, okay.
That one felt okay. It felt that I have to ask felt okay, but I just don't feel like that's authentic.
We're not going to do that. We're not
So
going to
then
do
how
that.
would but then how would we even
Okay,
get
so I'm the total opposite of that. You could say I'm the total opposite of that. So the modeling agency that you run is specifically for independent models, correct?
Okay, yes.
Okay. So you could say I'm the total opposite of that. The modeling agency I run is specifically for independent models. Have you ever thought about being an independent model?
Okay.
So it's creating that curiosity, because they're going to be like, if they've heard of independent models, then they can say yes. But if they haven't, then they're kind of like, wait a minute, tell me more. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay.
So you know how I told you it's important to be relatable?
Yes.
If I'm approaching the prospect, and I'm like, I've been modeling for 14 years. Yes. Am I speaking to them as a fellow model? Am I speaking to them as a model coach? At what point do I turn it to introducing the agency or introducing Puzzled Society?
So how do you normally just have that conversation? Are you walking up to perfect strangers?
No, I'm more so approached, but if I do see someone where I'm like, okay, if she's not already, she needs to be, I will walk up to them and I'll be like, I run a modeling guidance agency platform. Okay. I would love to share more.
That question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You do it.
Exactly.
Is this unavoidable?
It almost is in a way.
Okay. Well, see, then you have to immediately say, hey, we're different, but let me ask you about your experience.
Okay.
Because it could be, we've all, been where they're like, excuse me, are you a model? Have you ever been? It gets icky.
Yeah.
But if you're like, listen, and I really like how you were like, listen, are you a model? Because if you are not, you really should be. I'm not with one of these other agencies. I actually run an agency specifically for independent models. Have you ever considered modeling before, or do you have experience in modeling?
Okay.
How does that sound?
That sounds way better.
Okay. Let's try it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. So if you aren't already a model, I run. No.
Yep.
I'm gonna start. No, I don't like that. That doesn't even sound confident.
So the confidence, because we're resetting your pitch, so I get that the confidence can dip a little bit. Yeah. You know your stuff. Period. Point blank. You know your stuff. You have been in this industry for 14 years. You can identify talent before most people can in themselves. So when you come and approach me, it's not about you being fake. It's about, listen, I see something and I want to make sure that you know that there's a company out here that can guide you if you want it.
Okay.
That's how you're going to approach me.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. So I don't know if you've ever modeled. If you haven't, I feel like you should. I see something in you, and I wanted to let you know that I do run a platform and an agency where I actually guide models. So I'm not an agent, but I do guide models through independent modeling and stepping into the industry. And I feel like you would be okay.
I like what you have, but I need curiosity first. I haven't said anything. You don't even know if I.
Okay.
If I'm interested. Okay. So let's try it again. Hi. I'll say hi.
Hi. So I wanted to let you know that I don't know if you've ever modeled. Have you modeled?
A little bit,
Okay.
not much. Yeah. I
In
didn't.
what way? What would you?
My mom had me do some photo shoots for like J.C. Penney when I was a kid, but that was pretty much it, and I really didn't get into it much.
Okay. Why didn't you get into it?
Honestly, like I didn't know where to start, and I mean, there's just like so many things out there. I really just didn't know where to start. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's interesting because I was already coming to talk to you because I feel like you should definitely be a model and get into modeling. But I wanted to let you
Stop
know.
right there. Stop right there. This is where you could say, have you ever thought about being an independent model, not the agency?
Ooh, okay.
See
Okay.
that? You see
Yeah.
how we kind of
Yep.
so okay. So if I come in and say, you know what, I just didn't know where to start.
hmm
Uh, I am, I was a model as a child, but I really didn't get into it because I didn't know where to start. Let's start there.
Have you ever thought about being an independent model?
I'll be honest, I don't know what that is.
So, an independent model is a model that's not signed under a contract or signed under an agency. You work for yourself, you find your own work, you only do jobs that you're interested in and feel fit you best, whether that's photo shoots, runway, wherever you're looking to go as a model.
Okay. Okay. So right there, you definitely let me know what that is.
hmm
What you can segue into is, um, and that can be tricky because now
Yeah.
you have to tell them what it is, but paint the picture of how hard it can be without you.
Okay.
Okay. So then we say, so have you ever thought about being an independent model? And then that person says, I don't really know what that is. Well, that's someone who sources their own jobs. They do their own casting calls. They pitch for themselves. And that can be pretty tricky. I'll be honest. It can be very, very tricky without the right guidance. And so that's
Mm,
where I come in.
okay.
I'm not a regular agency, but what I do is I guide independent models, those who really don't really want to be given the fish, but I actually teach them how to fish, how to find their own jobs, and how to keep working. I teach them how to not just be on the runway, but if you ever have thought about what is it called? Photography, right? What's the photography?
Media
So
photography.
yeah, media photography. If you've ever thought about that, that's what my company does. We guide you without the harsh contract of the agency. And I have to tell you, my clients have been in New York Fashion Week. I've had a minor that just walked in Europe, and I've been doing this for 14 years. And so I had to just come and tell you what I did because I saw something in you. Would you be interested? I'm just asking, would you be open to, maybe a 10-minute call and I can explain everything a little bit more? Or we also have a runway practice if you want to join us.
Mm,
How's that sound?
excellent.
Thank you. No, but I just took everything that you told me in these past 30 minutes and I put it together in a conversation that actually helps that person be seen. That's
Yeah.
you had all of it. I just pulled from exactly what you told me. That was it. That was all I did. Promise.
I'm all taking notes.
Yes, 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 yes. So the last thing that I will say that you did do, which I was trying to pull from, and child plumb forgot, because I talked about booking a call, but you talked about booking a runway session. Was that what it was? Your call to action? Yes,
Yep.
yes. Every book has to have an epilogue. Every book has to have an epilogue, and you did it. You gave me that call to action. So whatever that call to action is, that's fantastic. Whether it's to book a call or maybe it's an open casting call that you have for runway, whatever that is, you did have that, which I loved.
Okay.
So yes, every book has to have an epilogue, people.
Yes.
Always have a call to action. Okay, so Do you want to practice this one good time? I know I said a ton.
Let's see if I can get it.
Okay. Okay. And the good news is you can watch this video back and copy everything that I just said. I'm putting you on the spot now, but just watch the video back and you'll be fine. All right. Okay. Remember, this is just a conversation.
Okay.
You want this model to, and we'll just say that, this is a young lady that you see. You want her to feel seen. You want her to understand what an independent model is if she doesn't know. But then how hard it can be without you. Okay. And then this is where you come in. Okay.
But we have to start with that unavoidable question, don't we?
You don't necessarily have to. Again, you said you can do it in different, you can package it in different ways. Okay. You can definitely package it in different ways. But one of the things was, listen, I've been in this industry 14 years. I know what I see when I see it.
Okay.
You got it. And that's a compliment. That's all the things, right? Okay. And then following up with that curiosity is key, because now that person feels seen and it doesn't feel like you're just pushing something on them. You really want to know, are you even interested? How much do you know? And that, hey, if you're interested in this opportunity, here's my company that can help.
Okay.
Very soft, open, soft close, Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. All right.
Hi. So I've been in the industry for 14 years, and I had to come over and ask you if you've ever modeled or done anything modeling wise.
Oh gosh. I was a child model long time ago, but other than that, no, not really.
Okay. And how did you feel when you were doing the child modeling?
Honestly, I was so little. I think I was like 5 or 6 when my mom had me doing like JCPenney ads and things like that. It was fun. I mean, but I just really didn't get into it. It's a lot going on. So
why did you feel that way? Why didn't you get into it?
I just don't know how to get started. I just didn't. And my mom, she was doing her own thing. So I just stopped. I really just didn't want to do it anymore.
Okay. Have you ever thought about independent modeling or being an independent model?
I'll be honest, I really don't. I don't know what that is.
So an independent model is just a model that is not signed by an agency or under contract. You would find all your own work, which does sound stressful. It could be overwhelming. Finding your own work, only committing to jobs that, fit what you want to do. And it could be very overwhelming and stressful if you don't have the right guidance or a coach. And I actually do run a modeling platform where I coach models and help them step into the industry. And I also teach them how to find modeling jobs and pitch their career and to continue working as a model.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
So,
yep, keep going.
I wanted to know if you would be interested in maybe having a 10-minute call or booking a
time. Okay. Right there. So you said I teach them how to model and all the things. That would have been a great moment for you to put in some of the transformations that you've created.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, okay. So from there, so you got me thinking, okay, you've told me what an independent model does, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you said, listen, this is where I come in though.
Mm-hmm.
I teach you, I give you the tools on how to do that. So you're not alone, because that's what it's so that it's not overwhelming and you're not alone.
Yes.
You say, listen, some of my best clients just walked New York Fashion Week. Mm-hmm. I've got a minor that walked in a Europe fashion show. These are my clients that I have helped over the past X amount of years. And so I have to just let you know that something is out there other than agencies, and wanted to know if you would be open to maybe joining me on a call, maybe like a 10-minute call, and I can explain everything to you.
Okay.
And then ask for their email and their phone number.
Contact
me. Yes. But you see how when you're building out that pitch, you want to narrate this thing for your hero.
Mm-hmm.
Their issue right now is, well, I did model. I'm interested in modeling maybe, but I have no idea what an independent model does.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to need help here. So where do I go? How does my good story end? Well, my good story ends with you, with Puzzled Society.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it ends. And then you do the epilogue, which is that call to action.
Yep.
Which is listen, are you open to booking a call with me or coming to an open casting call, or however you want to end it? So how does that, you can piece all of this together. You just got to watch it back.
Yeah, I got to watch it back and piece it together.
Yes.
And then I'm going to send you a video of my new pitch.
Girl, please do. I would love that. I would love that. Yes. And I will share it with everybody because they need to see. Yes. I would love that. But you have something incredible here. Like, truly.
Thank you.
As you were sharing these things with me, and guys, I hope that you guys heard some incredible things from Unique. The thing that I love about Pitch Perfect Live is that every guest gets to share with everybody how they can find you. So Unique, I'm going to let you give it away. This is what I get for not touching these banners, but Unique, I'm going to give it to you, hand you the mic one more time, and let everybody know where they can find you.
So I can be found on Instagram at _Puzzled Society, one word, no spaces, _. And then you can DM me from there to book any sessions, inquire about anything, and we'll go from there. I like to conversate and get to know what it is that you want. Perfect.
And you guys know it will be in the description of this video when it comes out tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned for that. Unique, you have been a joy. This was
so have you.
Well, thank you. Listen, I really enjoy what I do. And like I said, you have an incredible business. I know you serve so many people, particularly we were able to dive into just the independent model.
Yeah.
And what they go through and how your services can help them. So that's fantastic. Someone says, great work, Unique. Genius approach, Nicci. Let's see. Love that it establishes your authority. Absolutely, y'all. 14 years. Come on now. I know y'all over here doing the math because I did. 14 years. Where, child? Oh, we love it. Let's see. Keeps it relaxed. Showcases how you're different. Yes. Love this pitch for you. Yes. Thank you. The audience, you guys are amazing. Thanks, guys. Someone say, yeah, I love it. Guys, you have been amazing. Listen, if you want to be on Pitch Perfect Live, you know what you got to do. Just go to my website, NicciWillis.com, click on Pitch Perfect Live, fill out that form, go ahead and book a Tuesday night with me, and you too can be in the same seat, and we can be working on your pitch together. Also, if you want to be part of my community, the Green Room, make sure you head over to the same website, click on the Green Room, and that's where you will get all the firsts. You will be notified of everything, and you'll get weekly tips on there from me as well. So make sure you stay in there. It's free for now. There will be a paywall going up very, very soon. So if you want to be a founding member, go ahead and jump on in there, and you'll get all kinds of really cool things from me as well. Well, y'all, this has been fantastic. Unique, you have been fantastic. Guys, make sure you go head over to Puzzled Society, especially if you're looking to be a model. I think I might head over there myself. I mean, why not? Listen here. Let's see. Someone says, so good to see you, Unique. Yes. Yes. I like fans, girl. You got fans. I love it.
I love them all of them.
Yes, yes. All right, y'all. Thanks so much. You guys have a great week. I will see you next week, next Tuesday, for another Pitch Perfect Live. All right, y'all. Take care. Bye.
Bye.